Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Punisher number 2. This is a book from Marvel Comics. Let's talk about the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by David Pepose with art by Dave Wachter, colors by Dan Brown, letters by Cory Petit, and a main cover by Rod Reese. You'll also see some other covers at the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. So this is not a new book from this week as the recording of this video, but what I'm doing now with some of these Marvel review is I'm picking up some series that I'm reading on an ongoing basis and just kind of trying to get caught up. So in the meanwhile, I'll be doing reviews for those issues. So even though this didn't come out this week, I still want to talk about it. Let's talk about the synopsis for this specific issue. No one escapes the Punisher. Deep in the heart of New York City, the crime lord known as the Offer trades in every currency on the planet. Barricaded within his fortified tower, he is defended by an army of guards in the latest cutting-edge security team of the Stone Cold supervillains capable of slaughtering a battalion. With the limitless resources at his disposal, the Offer thinks he's untouchable. He's about to learn that no one escapes the Punisher. This was a very cool issue for a few different things. Obviously, we continue to figure out more about this new Punisher. Who is he? What are his motivations? What is he after? After the events of the first issue, where he just kind of kicked a lot of ass, we're introduced or reintroduced to this character. So I wasn't familiar with the Offer, and actually a lot of the characters that you'll see in this issue, but I looked it up. It is an existing character, so I love how David Pepose is just kind of reaching deep into the Marvel lore to bring back maybe new enemies, new to give this new Punisher new people to confront. Obviously, the Punisher usually finishes off his opponents. I'll say it like that. So maybe it's hard to have somebody that's kind of recurring, but uh, overall, this was action packed. We also know that the police are still on the tail of like the Punisher, trying to figure out what's going on. Who is this new guy, kind of bringing chaos back to their city? So we get a little bit of that. I feel like that's a very small seed that Pepose is planting there. Now let's talk about the art, because Dave Watcher is amazing. Like, it's so, his art style becomes so gritty. I love the little details, specifically when it comes to some of the shading. I think that's very cool. It adds a whole other layer of like down to earth street level. You know, that's kind of what we want to see in a Punisher series. And the Punisher has been through some fantastic artists in prior years. So this is really cool to see just Dave Watcher taking it and running with it with a new tone, with a new character, but still the same feel that we want to see. As I mentioned, things get super violent because that's what a Punisher book does. I think Pepose and Watcher just very smartly bring in fun ways to not only show us how capable Joe is, but also to put him up against some very interesting villains. Now, I had also not heard of the Night Shift very recently, but you get enough backstory in each one of these characters to figure out who they are, what they do, and how the Punisher is going to have to take them down. So the fact that this Offer individual has all these resources, it's very reminiscent of the Kingpin. Obviously, he's not on that same level, but I feel the way that David Pepose gives you his backstory, even it's almost like even hell couldn't keep him or whatever. Like, he negotiated his way out of hell, and then of course, just a fantastic ending to this issue, where we know that the Punisher doesn't compromise, right? So, yeah, very interesting stuff. Really, really enjoyed this issue. I'm very excited for this feature of the series, the feature of this character. And of course, remember, we have a couple of videos with David Pepose where he stopped by the channel. So I'll link those in the description of this video if you want to go check those out. We go deep into everything that he's writing, including The Devil That Wears My Face. That's a book, but Mad Cave Comics, or Mad Cave Studios. So make sure to go check that out as well if you want to read more of David's books. So if you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Let me know which cover you picked up. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.